Marcel Williams here with Elliott Wave Source, #1 source for Elliott Wave technical analysis. Today is December 22nd, 2013, and today I will go over a couple of crosses that we touched on last week and kind of give a preview as to where they're going to head this week. And we start things off with the copper futures. Now, copper futures we have been following for some time now, and see, we had that wave 1, that larger wave 1, and then we had that wave 2 correction. So we're currently within the third wave of that cycle. Now we see that we had the 1 and the 2. Wave 2 retraced 76.4%, and then we're on that third wave. Now, as things currently stand, if this would then be the end of wave 3, then that correction is slightly shy of that 38.2% correction, and then this will be our wave 4. This will be our wave 4, and then we should see wave 5 push higher somewhere around here. And let me just drop down on the 15-minute charts so we can just get a better look. So that wave 1 retraced 76.4%. Wave 3, as stated, slightly shy of that 38.2% mark. So that wave 5 should just be around the same distance as the rest of the waves. So wave 1 and 3 are about equal in distance, as wave 3 did not go to that 100% mark. So we should see around 3.4, around that level. But the current movement that we're seeing, it could just be we're within that third wave, so we could just be in some subwaves. And if that's the case, then this could be the wave 1. Wave 1 could be right there. Then followed by the wave 2, 38.2% correction. Then that wave 3, which moves slightly past that 100% mark, so it's between the 100 and 1.618% mark. So that wave 3, and then that's followed by a 50% correction for wave 4. And then that 5th and final wave should do something somewhere around 100% off wave 1. So then the projection for that would be at 3.368. 3.368, and I think that would correlate with a 161.8% move for that wave 3 extension within that larger cycle. That wave 3 extension. So it just falls slightly shy, a couple points shy of that. So we could just be seeing the subwave. So will not rule that out, but outlook for this future is still to the upside. Still looking for it to push higher. Now let's just shift gears over to the CAD-yen. And for the CAD-yen, within that corrective phase, so we had that A, and we saw that it has been that ABC, and we saw that it has been trading along this horizontal trend line. So prices did break above, saw a couple candles push higher. So still anticipating that this will move to the downside, but if we do get a significant break, so if prices gap up on the open and then prices start to push higher, then the count would then be invalid, and then we would try to revise. But for those that have entered and got stopped out, definitely look for shorts in this pair, as we do see it going downward still, and we're expecting a large move to the downside. So with that said, we can wait for some confirmation, and the confirmation would come with a break of this rising trend line. So once prices break below that, we would then look for a retest, as that would probably be the end of wave 1. So we look for a retest in the form of wave 2, and then we'll look to take advantage of that going lower. So we'll catch the wave 3 through 5. Another pair I want to touch on is the Singapore dollar. Now, Singapore dollar has been moving in our favor. So about 2 weeks ago, we saw that head and shoulder formation intact, and we did look to go long on a retest of the neckline and a test of that rising trend line. And from then, prices have been pushing higher. Now, our targets were set at that 1.27 mark, and we did see prices come towards the 61.8% fib. So we saw that it started to consolidate a bit. So definitely just move stops up on that, and still look for that 127 mark, but I would put stops at about 126.25 for those that have entered that cross, just to make sure, just in case it tends to fall down a bit lower. And as we just shift down on the 15-minute charts, just to show you the reason we have that 127 mark, is that that's that 161.8% extension of wave A. So that's the reason we have that market there. And also we see that this could be that wave 1, 2, and then 3. So we could see somewhat of a correction to give us that wave 4, and then see it push higher for wave 5. Let's just take a look at the fib relationships. So we see we had that 1 and 2, wave 2 retraced to that 61.8%, that 61.8% mark. Wave 3 fall just a bit shy of that extension, that 161.8% extension. So we could see prices push towards that 126 level, and then taking off back towards 127 to round out the wave. Now the pair we want to take a look at is, well, the last look at is the dollar index. And the dollar index, as you see last week, touched on this, we saw that prices appeared as if they were heading higher, as that wave, that B wave appeared it has ended. So at this point we were calling out for longs in this, and we were saying look for longs in all dollar pairs, as we were anticipating a rally within the dollar, and that's what we saw. So we had waves 1, 2, and 3 completed. Wave 3 was extended by 161.8% of wave 1, and wave 2 retraced 38.2%. So we're anticipating that wave 4 will retrace towards that 61.8% mark, or slightly below 82. So now as we take a closer look, we see we had the A and the B wave. Now wave B ended about that 76.4% mark, and now we're expecting wave C to just take off from this point. So now we saw that we got a break of this descending trend line and a retest. So for this week and for the upcoming weeks, we're definitely expecting a lot of dollar strength. So look for longs in all dollar crosses, and look to go long the dollar, as we should see dollar rallying across the board. So the targets for this is set at that mark, that 61.8, and a 100% move off wave A will land right around that 61.8% fit. So definitely looking for this to push up significantly. That's all the pairs I will cover today. Definitely feel free to jump in the chat room or send us an email if you have any questions or any comments regarding these pairs or any other pairs that you guys would like us to take a look at, and I'll be gladly and willing to assist you with anything that you guys may have. So thanks for watching today's video. For you guys that are trading this week, enjoy the rest of your week trading, and good luck.